How about now? That work? It's showing now on the Streamlabs. There we go. Or Stream Elements sometimes forgets the default mic. So anyway, this is Uncharted Waters Online. Checking to see if I can pick up some new skills since I got a few slots open. I'm gonna go do some trading and leveling up. I'll give you a tour of Venice real quick though. Seasoning, luxuries. That might be a good one to have. So for this game, skills, counts as important one, lets me negotiate with the prices. Search was so I could level up my handicrafts and get stuff to be able to make alcohol. Languages are actually skills in this game. If you don't know the language, you can't communicate with the locals when you're sailing around. But I have, to compensate for that, the body language skill, which lets me figure out a way to make it work. I'm actually not supposed to have it yet, but because of my, I'm a merchant, I think it gives it to you a little bit early. So we're going to head to the market. Mediator here is who gives you quests. So, up to the market here. The rain is kind of loud. So I don't have anything to sell right now. I don't have anything I can make stuff with. So I'll just get some poultry to take to the next port just to get a little starter money. Let's see, what else is good to know? Tavern is important. Over here, this green bar is the number of sailors on my ship, and then the red bar is their fatigue. So right now they're really freaking stressed, so we're going to buy them a round of drinks to cure that. We're going to buy them a couple rounds of drinks. Never mind. I gotta get some stuff for myself to restore my vigor, which is basically mana for this game. Which I need that for crafting. Italy and Venice was what I picked basically for this round, was what I played back in the day when I was convinced to play it by some friends who were already starting in Italy. It's actually not that great a choice because you have to sail quite a ways to get away to everything. These are just the areas I can actually land at. The entire planet basically is available to sail to. But I can't go because I don't have an appropriate ship or port permits. Items should have. School's a tutorial up here, but we're just going to set sail. Unfortunately, none of those guys play the game anymore, so I'm just in this for some nostalgia. Here's my ship. Trading Caravel, I just got this one last night. My last ship actually had more cargo capacity, but this one's got better speed, so I took the trade-off on that. Plus, this one can actually fight. So before we sail, we have to load up on provisions. I've got 10 days worth for my first stop. That's actually decent enough. I do need some timber to be able to repair the ship and a little bit of munitions just in case I get into a fight. And setting sail. This guy's got rats on his ship. So these guys are players. These ships we see coming and going are NPCs. You can attack them if you want, but that labels you as a pirate and also pisses off the nation that owns them. Some actual players over here in the distance, too. Once you level up enough, you can actually hire an aide, who you can then, once you level up your aide, they can actually command their own ship, and you can have that come along behind you for even more cargo capacity, or for support during combat. couple skills I can use here. Frugality to stretch out my food, and then caution to keep myself from getting attacked. We are in safe waters right now, so the only thing that can attack me is NPCs. If I go and leave... Sorry, heading south or west, then other players can attack me because I'm in hostile waters. And if this game is the way it was 10 years ago, this area up here is probably also hostile water, so I'll be avoiding that. Real players like to attack by boarding your ship, killing your crew, and then when they win, they get all your cargo. That's why you have this P next to my name, is I've set myself to private, so if I were to decide to sail into hostile waters, they couldn't find me just by going and doing a player search. And yeah, Wolfie, I did play a ton of hours. There's also adventuring where you can go out, and it's your more traditional MMO experience. You go battle individual pirates and go searching for treasure. Actually, I'll show you that real quick. So we actually have 3 levels in this game. Ships require specific levels for all 3. Merchant ships require higher trading. Battleships require higher battle level, and then adventuring requires higher adventure. My adventure is pretty high right now compared to the rest, just because there's a lot of ports I haven't explored yet. You land at a new port you've never been into, you automatically get experience. Oh, I gotta go back and report, actually, some of the ports I've been to. Formality is how nice your character looks. Some NPCs won't talk to you. Disguise is for getting into specific nations. Attack power is just fighting stuff. This is just fame you earn in each category as well. And Wolfie, this game is free to play and came out in 2004, so if you're interested at all, might be worth looking into seeing if you can try it. I didn't realize the game was already pretty old by the time I started playing. So, we're going to sell the poultry I've got. What's nice is when it comes up in red, that's how you know not to sell, because that means you're losing money off of what you're selling. And it tells you how much you're making off of it. Okay, haggle failed. We're okay with that. So what I want from this guy is wine, because I can brew that into brandy. And then just for the sake of something else to trade along the way, getting some fish. And I'm going to head to the next port. My plan here is I'm just going to trade my way down and around and see how far I get in an hour. Yeah. Definitely play the game you know you'll love first. Might watch for a week ship so I can show you the ship battles. This little number up here is how many days you've been at sea, which is really how many minutes you've been at sea. Every day you lose some of the food you invest in, and a little bit you have to pay your sailors too. So you can't just go sailing around with 0 gold, otherwise start having issues with your crew. And sailing around is the kind of the slow... Oh, speaking of the slow part, I need to do some crafting. You have to buy recipe books in order to use your handicraft skills. So I'm brewing brandy. I don't know why it only lets me do random amounts, but... And I'm out of vigor, which... I should have bought more food. I'm gonna set a course to intercept this ship over here. You can't be too close to them either when you attack them. Basically, you have to be out of cannon range. So these meters here are my cannons getting loaded. Oh, got one hit's probably going to finish this guy. He's going to try to, yeah, he's using a boarded skill, so he's going to try to kill my crew. Oh, I didn't one-shot him. There we go. Gain some battle XP, fame, and a tiny bit of trophy money. And to be clear, that was an NPC. Cannot attack other players in these waters. I think this next port I can get some wheat for brewing beer and akavit. Akavit being the one worth way more money. It's a specialty good, so that actually really gives me trade experience. Ships have equipment slots too. I need to get some more sails to put on this thing to help get its speed up. Got a dragon figurehead that helps with some things. Dolphin just because I unlocked it and it looks cool. Stern Castle gives me better support during melee, and then of course my cannons. Oh good, they took away crashing into the shore and destroying your boat. That's a nice change. So what I was saying when I didn't realize my mic was off is you can still use WASD to move around. But I prefer to just click. Usually on the map. So sell. So the brandy we made is... Remember the wine, we've pretty much doubled its value. Just like that, 11,000 profit. We'll just take the chicken and goats. I'm going to turn off the specified quantity, just fill up. And I need to refill my vigor. So I'm going to go get a drink at the tavern. Larger ports have someone you can buy food on to put in your inventory to use when you're at sea. The other thing I want to watch for is olives, because I can make olive oil with that. So we're headed south. I'm actually going to skip Ragusa and head for Kataro, because I can get like 100 quantities or so of wheat. So for Adventure XP, you earn that just for sailing around. So the more days at sea, the more Adventure XP you earn. So when you get to the point where you're sailing from like Japan and back, you really get a lot of Adventure XP and level up that way. When you get to Japan, the merchant gets a little more complicated because you're not just straight up buying stuff for gold. You have to bring specialty goods from one nation all the way to Japan, trade for something else, and then bring it back. Which really entices the pirates to come after you. Because then they can just take your stuff and sell it at whatever random port. Especially if they catch you on the return trip. So we're going to skip that one. This game's so old I have to use display capture, so whenever I click out I have to it shows up my desktop. The nice part is if you're trying to find a location in a game, you don't actually have to look for Uncharted Waters. You can just type it into Google Maps. Game's definitely a good way if you need to learn some geography. Also, a little tip, never sail between this side of these islands because there's seaweed in there that clogs up your rudder and makes it go really slow. This town here actually was not in the game back in the day. At some point they added factories, which I have no idea what they do. So yeah, that means if this game came out in 2004, that means this game's closing in on 20 years old. It's actually a really good lifespan for an MMO. Green text on my name here means I can't be attacked by players because I'm too close to a port. There's also real money items you can buy to keep yourself from getting attacked at all, but one, I'm not going to spend any real money yet, and two, I can't because you have to have all levels at least level 10 to do it. So sell the goats, the chicken, the brandy. Not as much profit, but 103 wheat. So we're just going to brew a bunch here and then hit the tavern. Ah, crap. Accidentally clicked out. I'm just going to brew until it won't let me buy any more food. Or we do that. Okay, back to sea. Next stop is going to be Syracuse. I'm not formal enough, so I can't talk to the city official. Basically, for him, you just donate money to the city, and that I think it unlocks trade goods, but it also affects the loyalty of that city. So, like, a bunch of French sailors can come and donate a shitload of money and change a city's allegiance. Since we're going a little further this time, we'll use Frugality and Caution. Escape, I can only use that when I'm being attacked. Pathology is for if my crew gets scurvy. Turn a little closer to the boot. Just checking Twitter real quick. The stream is going to reveal how many times I click out of a game. Oh, you know a skill I need to get is a survey skill. The next main town I hit, I'll probably check the guild there. So that's going to be Genoa. There are settlements around here I haven't been to yet, since I can't get into them because I can't get enough of a disguise yet. I gotta hold off. Really missed opportunity that they still have not put anything in this bay here. That'd be a good spot for a city or a landing point. Yeah, so a lot of the plays you can fleet up, and then good strategy is to put the fastest ship as the lead, and everybody else follow them, and then they can just sail all through everything. That was the way we always did it. We'd get a fleet of 3 going, we'd sail down to Japan and back. Eventually, you can get, I know this is not historically accurate, but you can get the Suez Canal to cut through and cut your journey down. Until you get that, though, you have to sail all the way around Africa. Ah, good. Galley reached 100. Got a ways to go to get rank 3. Really nice quality of life thing in this game is if you need to find out where to get a skill, it tells you where you can go, who to buy it from. Which is really handy. Alright, there's Syracuse. For a game this old, it actually has a pretty decent skybox. Seagulls mean something, but I can't remember what. I think when I get to Syracuse, I can buy olives and make some olive oil. And that is a Italy thing, I believe, so those I won't sell until I get more trade fame the further away I sell, so I probably won't sell them until Seville or Lisbon or something. All these different nations here are all different nations you can start as. So that kind of affects your game. Like if you start up here at the North European areas, you got a ways to go to sail to get to some other areas. This may be hostile waters as well, I can't remember. Alright, Syracuse. Square. Oh, I landed in the wrong area. Probably deposit some gold after this anyway. School here too. I think they send you to that partway through it. Player accessing the bank. He's actually wearing the clothes you need to sneak into the other nations that you need disguises for. Gonna hold off on selling those. Rise in the number of trade good purchases. So I'm gonna load up then. I'm gonna fill up my cargo here. Actually, I might be able to buy all that. Nope. Forgive me, my math is terrible. We need to just go straight for 50. Because I need some room for production. Actually, brew the Akavite first. Sometimes you get lucky and it makes double. That's when you get the great successes. Now we can buy the rest of the olives. Never mind, we can only buy most of the olives. Alright, to the tavern. I hope the barkeep doesn't mind me brewing liquor in his bar. Or olive oil. And they're not going to let me eat anymore here, so we'll start sale and produce on the open seas after we buy what's left of the olives. I should have haggled. Oh well. Love that clicking on the anchor automatically tell... Ooh, yeah, we'll just go. Okay, I'm not sure what my next stop is going to be, so I'll just fill up with food for the remainder of my cargo hold. Probably hit the next capital that I come across. That guy's flying. Okay, that can be... Sorry, we can't do that one. It's olive oil now. Alright, turning in a general that way direction, and back to producing. Wrong book. Aggressive efficiency at 1,000. I'll have to see when that ranks up. So I might stop there. Nah, we'll go a little further. Use up the last of my peas omelets. So this one's made from stuff you search for at landing points, I believe. Medicines for when you're in an adventure. Okay, can't do any more production until we get back. Whoa. Actually, I turned up the volume of my headphones, so I was getting attacked. So, yeah, looks like our next... we'll stop at Pisa first. That's a Venetian trading fleet, all NPCs, with some escorts. Kind of see why I'm saying it's a good game to play while watching something else, because the travel times do take a while. Like, from Venice to Japan, you're talking 300 so days one way. You burn up an entire evening doing that. So I think you can cut 100 days off that when you get the canal. Okay, so we're right about here now. I need to find the surveying skill. Oh, sail handling would be a good one to get to. Oh, under attack. Scoundrel wants to die today, apparently. Ooh, it's a head-on. Deal more damage when they're, oh, battle leveled up. Nice. What did I get from them? Oh, it's a cargo. Oh, I took their guns. Or took one of their guns. The captain's gun, probably. I wonder. Can I convert? No. That's the other thing. Food and logs and stuff you can convert to supplies for when you're running low on food. Okay, coming up on Pisa. I do gotta say, for a 2004 game, the water does look pretty nice. I mean, yeah, it's a repeating pattern for the waves, but still pretty good. Almost to Genoa. Well, at some point I could get brave and hit up Madeira, and I believe there's settlements down here too. Up. Who we got? Okay, we are not equipped to fight these guys, so we gotta escape. Get to the outside of the circle. I don't have any vigor left. I do believe I'm in danger. Let's use the reserve candle, try to get some damage on him at least. I think we might escape. He's got way more. Well, the sailors are be better equipped for battle, so I would lose if I got boarded. And we've escaped. Can't remember how I got the reserve candle, but that definitely came in handy. Oh yeah, and under challenge missions, this is basically the game's achievements that unlock some stuff for you. Different items you can unlock. There's some for doing the 3 tutorials for each class. I don't have 5 port permits left. I need to look up the requirements for getting an aid at some point. There's another big useful thing about aids is they have their own skill trees, so you can use your aid to make up for any skills you don't have. And also, when you've got an aid, or I think this is the case, but I know it's the case for other players, is if the other player has languages you don't have, they can come with you when you're talking to NPCs in nations that you don't know the language, and they translate for you. So it's a big advantage to playing with multiple players. Of course, I got body language, so it's not a huge issue for me, unless I run out of vigor. So I'm going to be withdrawing a lot of gold and buying a shitload of food once we get to this tavern up here. Have a look at these guys' ships. Laboratory High Clipper. These are some high-ranked players. 591 cargoes is stuff we get to look forward to. 1,500. Those are nice ones to have. So this guy is not much. Well, I'm not sure how much higher. Those big ships were not in the game when I had it a while ago. In fact, at the time, I had the best ship in the game that people actually wanted to pay me real-life money for, but I always said no. Now that I know the server got wiped and the account doesn't exist, I kind of wish that I had. Okay, tavern first stop. Or no, bank. I'm just going to withdraw all my gold. Yeah, ships get expensive. My current ship costs over 200,000 gold. Okay, tavern. If you can only carry though 900,999 gold. So when you get more than that, they give you a voucher item, which you can lose when your ship gets sunk. So it's not a good idea to sail around with a ton of money. Okay, treat sailors. Order food. Clerk, I believe. Yep. Okay, so we're just gonna buy whatever we can get. Then I don't have to worry about my vigor running out anytime soon. 30, 20, 20. Okay. Now I won't have to worry about my stuff running out, so we'll make a deposit. Let's see, we'll do 160,000. To the market. Now would be a good time to sell a weapon. Well, I just happen to have one of those. Olive oil prices are down, but I can still make a profit. Sell the Akavit off. There we go. 8 trade fame. What do you have to sell? Core, I have no native fabric, nothing I'm interested in. Let's make more of the olive oil. Back to the tavern to get liquored up. You can only do that so many times before they cut you off. Okay. Back to market. Though I don't think I'll sell all the olive oil. I'll keep some to take to the next port. Also, I just realized we got a gatekeeper up here, so I can show you what the adventuring portion of the game looks like. We're actually going to leave the city. Let's see what they got in the... Let's check out the guild when I'm done here, too. Don't you know, they put the guilds really far apart. So this is kind of why I'm not really into the adventuring. It's just... the world doesn't look that great. Got an item I can use to teleport back to the entrance. But we'll see if I can find a fight. Usually send you out on quests out in this area. I'm really not that knowledgeable about the adventure stuff. What little I did know, I've probably forgotten. Are there any bandits around? I'm not gonna wander too long if I don't find anything. Here we go. Let's pick a fight with this guy. This basic MMO stuff. I don't have any healing stuff, which was probably a bad idea. Oh, this was a really bad idea. poisoned. I have to get the hell out of here. Luckily, it's easy to escape combat. Use landmark ribbon to go back. I am not equipped for battle at all. And just walk to the gate to go back. Okay. So we're gonna head to that. We're gonna check each of the guilds to see what they have any useful skills. I don't like having empty skill slots. Lets you know the name of a captain of a far-off ship. Apparently I don't know English. No, Do I want? I got a space. We'll learn it for now. Boy, it'd be nice if I could just pay a bunch of gold and instantly know a language. Okay, just see what Adventure Guild's got, and then we'll leave. Rescue. I need to get surveying. That's also one to get. Then I can just refill my water. Oh, wow. My sailors are really freaking stressed out. Okay, Merchant Guild. Lisbon or Amsterdam? Well, that's going to be a trip we'll be making at some point. Why does the Merchant Guild Master have a bunch of rifles hanging up? Arabic. Well, I can't get into those nations, so it's not worth buying. Okay. We're going to set sail after we hit the tavern and let our sailors party a little bit. What do they have in the shop anyway? Can't buy it anyway. I can't get any. I can't even give the game any money yet. You're not gonna let me do it. Wait, can I hire an aide now? Oh, I have to get one level up to level 20 that I can start doing that. Okay, so cue an epic training montage of me leveling up my merchant skills. Yeah, I got a ways to go. So we're just gonna hit the next fireworks ticket. Not sure how I got that. Okay, so next port over, we'll see if it'll let me take care of my sailors. Because the higher that bar gets, the more likely issues are going to start happening. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but as for why I have triangle sails instead of what these guys have got is because these sails are better equipped for sailing along coasts. Going out into the open ocean, yeah, then I'd need to get those. And of course, there's a hybrid option that has half one, half the other. But I need speed for these. If I wanted, I could, and I've turned it down. You can put armor on this to give your ship better durability. Unfortunately, doing that really reduces your speed and your turning, so I'm sailing without armor. My ship is naked. What is our next stop? Multiplier. Not to be confused with Markiplier. There's some big ships out there. Second. Surveying. Lisbon or Amsterdam? Oh, so I'm actually not that far off from getting it, because I'm just coming up right around it. Yeah, multiplier. Okay. So I'm not going to make that in today's stream, because I was only aiming for about an hour or so. This will be a future goal. And if it still exists, and if I can find it without getting viruses from it, there was a plugin that would actually give me a map I could put up on the other screen so I could navigate better. That was how we navigated around back in the day. Because once you start going through the open motion, it's kind of hard to figure out where you're going to for stuff. Okay, so commercial... Wait, Versailles. Oh, that's right, because I was in Genoa, so yeah, I'm way off. Get some selling done here. Olive oil prices are kind of flat. We got to sell. Good thing I didn't have any brand... Oh, I can buy wine, though. Okay, so... The brandy, I believe, is a French thing, so I can't actually make much money off of it here. So, where was I going to go? The guilds. I want to get the repair skill. So I can just click a button and instantly heal a bunch of chunks of my ship. At the cost of lumber, but way better than letting it heal over time. Oh, look, repair. Okay. What was the other skill you had available? Steering. I think I'm good without that. Never mind. Okay, I got one slot left, though I can forget something. I can forget a skill if it's something I never use. Hit Merchant Guild first. Just the same ones from the other. See what the Adventurer Guild's got. Though I probably shouldn't get one because I do need to get surveying skill still. Observe, archaeology. Yeah, none of these are useful at all to me. Guild shop. Never mind. So I'm actually going to wrap up the stream here. I'll probably be on later today with something else. Either Metroid or Phasmo or something. We'll see. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Wolfie, for popping by saying hi. As always, game.